likes to be rejected? Do you like to be rejected? No matter how long you have been doing billing and sending out claims, you will get some rejections. So keep watching this video if you want to learn how to deal with clearinghouse and insurance rejections. I'm back, guys. My name is Tamika. I'm a certified professional biller, a certified practice manager, and an AAPC approved instructor. And rejections is what we'll be talking about today. But before we do, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with other medical billers or people that you think are interested in becoming a medical biller. Also, don't forget that we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. And when we get there, I'm going to be giving away this book. It's called Understanding Healthcare, A Guide to Billing and Reimbursement. It's the 2022 edition, and it is very, very good. I really like it. I think if you're new in billing, and even if you have been doing it for a couple years, it can just give you a refresher. I have one. I even have an older one. I think it's like a 2013 version, 2012, something like that. But I thought it would be good to give away this more newer, recent version to someone. So don't forget to subscribe. When we get 1,000 subscribers, then we'll be doing this giveaway and you want a chance to win. So let's jump into the dreadful word of rejections. Now, first I want to start off by just telling you the difference between a rejection and a denial. So at the beginning of my career, I kind of had these two confused. I didn't really know the difference. I kind of felt like people used them interchangeably, but they are actually two different things. So a rejection is what you may get when you first send out a claim. You may get it, like I said, through your clearinghouse or from your insurance company, and it normally doesn't have a claim number. Now, I spoke about this also in my video speaking about denials. So after you watch this one, watch that one. I'm going to link it above. That one went more into denials and some of the codes and stuff like that. But I thought we should talk about rejections because you will have rejections. So again, a rejection doesn't have a claim number. So it doesn't really hit the insurance. Even if it's an insurance rejection, it doesn't really hit the insurance company enough to have a claim number. Now, a denial has gone through, has been adjudicated, meaning being processed, and it has a claim number and it comes back denied. So the insurance company has dealt with it and it is now denied. So if I can give an example for each, like I said, a rejection may be you send out a claim through your clearinghouse, and then you get the clearinghouse report, and on it has a rejection for one of these claims that you sent. That claim may be rejected because you didn't have the right date of birth. It wasn't in the right format. So it didn't even leave the clearinghouse yet. It was rejected through the clearinghouse edits. So that's why it's sent back. So if you was to call an insurance company and ask about that claim, they wouldn't know what you're talking about and they wouldn't, have dealt with it. As far as a denial is concerned, let's say, like I said, you could send the claim, it went through your system, the clearinghouse, and now it has hit the insurance company, and it has, let's say, denied because the ICD-10 code does not match the CPT code, something to that extent. So the insurance has actually dealt with that claim, but it was denied. So let's first talk about the clearinghouse rejections. So if I didn't tell you what a clearinghouse is, the clearinghouse is where your claims go through. So from your PM system to the insurance company, there's a middleman, and that would be considered the clearinghouse. I'll put the official definition on the screen, but in layman's terms, that's what it is, like the middleman. They're the person who sends your claims electronically to each of the insurance companies. You may sometimes bypass the clearinghouse because let's say you're sending a paper claim for whatever reason. Maybe the insurance company doesn't have a payer code, a payer ID code, so you can't send it electronically, or I don't know, you're sending a secondary claim and you can't send it for whatever reason. But you may sometimes bypass the clearinghouse and you send out a paper claim. But for the most part, you will send out your claims through, or you should be sending out your claims through the clearinghouse. I already gave a example of a clearinghouse rejection, but another one may be that maybe you didn't include the member's ID number, or it wasn't correct. Again, the clearinghouse rejections did not make it to the insurance company, and there are edits that the insurance company not the insurance company. There are edits that the clearinghouse has, and if you don't pass those edits, they will reject them. Now, one of the examples that I can give that sometimes the clearinghouse has edits and rejects your claim, and it shouldn't be rejected. And a situation like that is, let's say, a patient who is in or was in the hospital as an inpatient. Normally, you should have an admit date and a discharge date. So when a patient is inpatient, you'll have those two dates. Now, sometimes you'll get the information from the provider and you don't have that, and you should try and get it from them. But let's say you can't get it from them. So all you have is the admit date. You don't have the discharge date. Most clearinghouses will not let you send the claim if you don't have both the admit and the discharge date. There are also clearinghouses, though, that will let you override that edit. So you can still send it out, and the insurance company, at least in my experience, has still paid for it even if they didn't have a discharge date. But if you don't know that, you will continue to get rejections from your clearinghouse because you don't have those two dates. So sometimes the clearinghouse rejections, you can bypass them or override them and still send them to the insurance company. Now, for the insurance rejections, an insurance rejection, again, is one that has now hit the insurance edit, but it hasn't been adjudicated. It hasn't been processed, so it doesn't have a claim number. So it has been rejected from the insurance company. Now, an example that I can give you about that one, I just had one recently, is when the insurance company rejected a claim because they said that the provider's NPI was not listed. So that would be a reason. Now, the clearinghouse wouldn't know about the provider's NPI for the insurance company. So it passed the clearinghouse, but it didn't pass the insurance because now the insurance says, well, oh, we don't know whose NPI number this is, so we're going to reject this claim and send it back. So that's an example of a insurance rejection. Again, though, there's no claim number, so you have to just fix that and then resend it. And in that situation, if you wanted to know, I had to then go a little bit further, check out the credentialing process, because if an NPI is not, if an insurance company is not familiar with, doesn't have on file an NPI for a provider, that means that somewhere in the credentialing process there was some type of mishap and that needs to be fixed. Again, like I said, there's no claim number for reference, and again, you do not have to send a corrected claim or an appeal, anything like that. Again, rejections are just that. They never even made it. They were rejected. They were rejected. They never even made it to the insurance company to get a claim number to be identified. So always remember, when you get a rejection, that sometimes even you can't even call the insurance company because you can't give them a claim number to reference, and they're going to be like, I never received this. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have that on file. Also, which is very important before I end this, you need to make sure that you are looking at your clearinghouse reports for rejections. So when you send out claims, if you send out 50 claims, you need to make sure that all of them have went through and that none of them have been rejected. So you don't want to wait until after you have, a month has gone past and now you're working your AR reports, you don't want to wait till then to realize that, oh, this claim was rejected. And we spoke about accounts receivable reports in another video. I'll link that as well so you can link that together and understand what I mean. But you want to make sure that you look through those clearinghouse reports and that any rejections, you deal with them one time, because they're usually easy and simple and something that you can just fix and then send back out. So I hope that video was helpful for you. Please leave your comments below with any questions that you might have, and I hope to see you in the next video.